Hey, what up? It's Boyd, and today I want to talk with you about a little thing called a language. And you might think to yourself, language, that sounds boring AF, alright? But I promise you that this short video will make a massive impact and a measurable difference in your life if applied, okay? Because language, even though it's only 7% of communication, most of communication is tonality, body language, and your energy and your vibe, but you're also talking about the communication you have with yourself. And language is actually a mega important thing in not only how you talk to others, but also how you talk to yourself. So after watching this video, you'll be able to communicate with others in a more effective and more results-driven manner, but especially you will be able to do it with yourself, because a lot of people are messing themselves and their days and their state up with their language, and they're not even aware of it. And how they do this is as follows. I'll give you an example. If you're in traffic, right, and you have someone in front of you, and you're in traffic for an hour or whatever, and you're just like, this traffic jam is killing me, I cannot handle this. All these types of words are having an impact on you, okay? Because most people don't realize the impact of words. And how you word things, how you phrase things goes right into your brain, into your subconscious brain, and has an impact. If you're in traffic saying to yourself, because you're constantly talking to yourself throughout your day, this is killing me, you're putting your body into a massive fight or flight state. You're putting so much cortisol and stress on your body just by saying these words to yourself, okay? Because these words are triggers, because they've been conditioned into you killing, this, even if I say killing, I'm gonna kill you, these words, they're very shocking to the body, okay, and to your brain, and to your mind. So saying these types of words to yourself is just completely unnecessary, but yet we have so many of these types of saying, like, oh, this is killing me, I can't handle this, all these types of sayings that are making things, magnifying things massively when it's not actually needed, okay? So if you really think about this, most people experience a lot of emotions throughout their days, throughout their lives. But if you really zone in and have a think about what emotions do I experience throughout the time, and I'm gonna tie this into language in just a minute here, you're only gonna come up with, a dozen emotions or whatever, even though there's so many emotions. There's over like 3,000 words in the English language, which is not even my native language, that, describe a certain emotion. And you can only come up with like 10 or 12. I've done this with clients, and there's been research in this, right? So if you experience maybe frustration, but you call it I'm angry or I'm furious, you're just gonna magnify, because it's like an anchor to your body, to your subconscious mind, that relates to a certain state, and you're just gonna magnify what you're feeling, okay? Which is just completely unnecessary. And you gotta understand that your language then has a massive impact on your state, on how you speak to other people, and obviously on how you think of yourself and your internal dialogue, right? How you perceive that what you're doing and that what you're trying to achieve. So all day long, you have an internal dialogue going on. You have a voice in your head that is obviously talking. So experiencing things, you're talking to yourself, you're using certain words, and even going to do things, right? So one thing that I always say to people is, if you change your language, you can really change your life in a big way, because you're gonna change your state, you're gonna change your perception of things, and you're gonna change your attitude towards things, right? So I'll give you a quick example that you can implement today that will be very effective and useful for you. So most people, and I assume you as well, especially if you're in any entrepreneurial endeavor of some sort, most people always use the word, I have my to-do list. I have to do these things. I have to do, right? And when you really think about it, you ain't gotta do shit. You don't have to do jack shit, okay? Up until a certain point, like maybe you have to find food, but even you don't have to, you choose to, right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to the job today. You just choose to do that because you want certain things. If you really think about it, you don't have to do anything. You get to do things. And this is just one word that can make a huge difference for you and make a huge distinction for you, because you are now approaching your day with a get-to-do list instead of a have-to-do list. And this is just, it's a quirky thing, it's not, it's a bit of a stupid thing. Like,
oh, okay Boyd, I'm gonna write down I have a get-to-do list.
But every day you look at that, it's gonna reframe and rewire your brain to look at doing things in a different way. And I promise you, try this out for a week and you'll see the measurable difference, you'll feel the difference. Just on your to-do list, whether you're writing it out on a piece of paper or you have it on your laptop or whatever. And if you don't even have a to-do list, get one, make one. But when doing that, write get to do, double dot, however you say it in English. And then, you have your action items for the day, for the week, and these types of things. And you'll see the difference, because every morning when you look at that, every time you look at that, you see I get to do these things. And it's just a reminder to yourself that you choose to do these things. You get to do these things. You don't have to do anything. You choose your life, guys. You choose your life. You choose what you have to do. Don't like your job? Do something else, okay? Don't like your relationship? Get a new one, right? Or just improve it until you can't anymore, and then, change it. Just change it. Change your job. Change your life. Don't like where you live? Change it. Don't like the weather? Change it. Not change the weather, but change your circumstances, right? So change these things, and that's really coming with and connected to this mindset of, okay, get to do. This was just one simple practical thing, but this ties into so much more. Once again, when describing an emotion to yourself, like, I'm so angry right now, I'm furious, like these types of things, it magnifies that what you're feeling. Meanwhile, you might just be feeling a little frustrated. So sometimes I have a client and they're throwing an emotional tantrum because, shit is hitting the fan in business or in relationships or whatever. And they're like, I'm furious, or I'm overwhelmed, or these types of things. And I'm like, are you furious, or are you a little frustrated? And it just breaks someone's pattern a little bit. And it shows just like, things are not as big as we make them out to be. And even if your business goes down, at the end of the day, it's all a part of a life cycle, guys. It's like, there's no need to put all this stress on your mind and on your body. It's unhealthy. It's gonna make you sick. It's gonna make you have pains and aches throughout your body. And one huge way that we do this is, once again, language. So change your language, change your habitual things that you say to yourself. Start with the get-to-do list instead of the to-do list, and it'll make a measurable difference in your life. Try it out for a week. I promise you won't want to quit it. So, that being said, like this video if you got something out of it. You get to like this video. You get to place a nice comment under this video. And you get to also, being a little cocky here I guess, but you get to also hit the link in the description if you're interested in any coaching programs. We do have a few spots for consultation calls. With myself personally, not some sales team. You don't have to talk to them, you just talk to me personally right now, as we're still transitioning internationally. So in all transparency, the company size is not that big yet. However, the company size in the Netherlands, where we're based out of originally, is huge. So, take advantage of this time, this transition period. That being said, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here, and improve that life of yours.